Alright guys, I want to do a little bit of an unboxing on some Air Trainer 1s that I just got in the mail. And I also want to tell you a little secret of how I'm able to find amazing shoes at great prices. There's a website called Sneaker Steal, and you can also follow them on Twitter. And all day long, every day, they release information about stores all across the country that have great deals on shoes. Their motto is steals, not deals. And most often, it's true. Let's start off here with this Air Trainer 1. It's the Chlorophyll edition, which is the original colorway of the Air Trainer 1. Come close and have a look at this 2012 release. The shoe was actually released just a couple years earlier, but Nike's been retroing everything lately, so there's no surprise that in 2012 they retroed these shoes. The shoe was made famous by John McEnroe, a famous tennis player in the 80s and 90s, and the shoe was designed by Tinker Hatfield. It's the first ever cross trainer, the first shoe made for multiple sports. Tinker was at the gym one day and he noticed that people had a bunch of different shoes with them for different activities, and he thought it was crazy and designed the Air Trainer 1 to be made for all different sports. Weight training, running, basketball, and this is the shoe. I found out about this shoe on Sneaker Steal. Check out how much I paid. Look at the box down there. $41.97. And I bought 4 of them. See how it says 1 of 4 right here? This shoe popped up at a Nike factory store. Sneaker Steal sent out a tweet about it, $41.97. And at Nike outlets, you can place shipping orders, but you can't spend more than $200 with tax and with shipping. So I was able to buy 4 of these. But what a great deal. Let's move over to the next pair over here that released earlier this year. It's also the Air Trainer 1. It's a quick strike edition, which means it's somewhat limited. And the shoe came out as part of a pack with an Air Trainer 2. This one was inspired by the infrared Air Max 90. The Air Trainer 2 was inspired by the Air Classic BW. It's black and Persian violet. This shoe did not sell out right away. It was available for a long time afterwards, and eventually it hit the outlets. But Nike's starting to go crazy with their retros, and they're starting to go crazy retroing the Air Trainer 1. I want to show you some other shoes that I picked up off of Sneaker Steal and then off of a tweet. Let's start with the big box, which I bought off of a tweet that came from 21 Mercer. So a week or so ago was the Super Bowl, and just before that was the Pro Bowl. And Nike made Pro Bowl and Super Bowl inspired Air Trainer 1s. And they released the day before the Pro Bowl for the Pro Bowl edition. And then the Super Bowl shoe released a few days before the Super Bowl. I can't wait to check these out. I haven't ever even seen either of them in person. So I tried to buy both of them on Twitter and failed miserably. It's all about the hype these days. Here's the Pro Bowl shoe. When Nike's releasing a shoe like this, a limited quick strike, when you look at the box, it says Air Trainer 1 Mid Premium, PB standing for Pro Bowl, QS standing for quick strike. When they release a limited quick strike like this, they're going to release only a few of them because they're all about the hype. And they want this shoe to sell out right away because that's what they're all about. They want to get the most out of every shoe. They want to create hype and generate revenue. Have a look at this amazing pair of Pro Bowl inspired kicks. So the Pro Bowl shoe was released the day before the Pro Bowl. And it's Hawaiian themed with flowers everywhere because the Pro Bowl, of course, is in Hawaii. And these shoes are awesome. A great detail about them, of course, is going to be this icy sole. We all love icy soles on our shoes, even though as soon as you wear them, they get messed up. And if you don't wear them, they turn yellow. Icy soles got started on the Air Jordan 5 way back in the day. I think the theme with the Air Trainer Pro Bowl is the trainer was made for all sports, including training for football. And the Pro Bowl is like the all-star game, so why not make a specific shoe for the all-stars of football? Very dope. Let's get to the best of the best, the Super Bowl edition. So, less than a week after the Pro Bowl was the Super Bowl. Wow. These are crazy. So, I bought these also off of a tweet at 21 Mercer. And both of these shoes sold out originally. They were released on Twitter. Like I said, I missed out on both of them, but it's all about the hype. Because even though they sold out right away, Nike had more, and they tweeted about it. In fact, 21 Mercer did. And they did it on the 30th, a few days after the release, and just before the Super Bowl. And I was all over it. Come on over and let's have a look at this shoe. It's like an all iridescent metallic silver upper. It was inspired by the Vince Lombardi Super Bowl trophy. I ran around town trying to find a Super Bowl trophy and couldn't find one. So you're just going to have to imagine that shiny metallic silver football on a trophy, and it looks just like these shoes. Let's check out the soles. Icy soles once again. So these shoes sold out right away, but then they were re-released a few days later. They sold out again. And I actually was able to pre-order a pair. So let's talk about that. These days, shoes launch at a specific day on a specific time. Usually it's 5 a.m. on Saturday, but Nike's been getting real creative and they've changed it up. Actually, there was a pair of lunar sky highs inspired by New York, and they released at 2:12 a.m. because, of course, the area code in New York is 212. So it's not just at 5 a.m. anymore. And you can't order shoes until they come out. Nike's real tough about it. They don't let retailers sell the shoes before they come out because it's all about generating hype. But Sneaker Steel tweeted out before this shoe even launched, and by the way, these shoes launched at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. It was 9 a.m. Eastern time. No, actually it was a Monday. And I thought it was crazy that these were coming out on a Monday at 6. Actually, I was up trying to buy them at 5, and I messed up because I'm so used to getting up super duper early to order the shoes. But before these shoes even launched, Sneaker Steel sent out a tweet, updated their website, and they had pre-orders for these shoes. Pre-orders, like how crazy is that? You can't pre-order a pair of Jordans. You got to RSVP or wait in line if you're lucky enough to find a store that does first come, first serve these days. But anyway, when there was a chance to pre-order them, I jumped all over it. I bought them on Champs. It said that they were sold out and that they would be restocking very, very soon. Champs is part of the Foot Locker parent company, the East Bay family. Foot Action's in there. Finish Line isn't. They're a different brand than the other ones, but they're all pretty much lumped together in terms of their inventory. And I guess they had allocated for the Champs stores some of the Super Bowl trainers that for some reason were going to be sold after, or they weren't going to get until after the release. But anyway, like I said, I jumped all over the opportunity to buy them. I thought that my purchase would get canceled because I was like, no way there's going to be a pre-order for this crazy Super Bowl shoe, but boom, here they are. Nothing like getting a second pair of an amazing pair of shoes, especially one with that icy sole that's likely to get messed up. But now I got a pair to rock and a pair to keep on ice. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed learning all about the Air Trainer 1, checking out the latest and greatest Air Trainer 1s, and follow Sneaker Steel. Follow them on Twitter. You won't believe it. You might get a pair of Air Trainer 1s in the OG color for $41.97.